After months of deadlock, the Southern Gallian force broke through the defenses at Norville on the 14th, built along a natural wall of thick forest. The enemy encampment had managed to resist all prior advances. According to the official report, Regiment 10 of Gallia's army was responsible for its victory, but our own on-site correspondent calls it a militia win. En route back from their operation at Boris, Squad 7 of the militia's 3rd Regiment met with a surprise attack from the Imperial defenses at Norville and engaged the enemy in combat. Squad 7's brilliant efforts created a crack in the Empire's defenses that Army Regiment 10 was able to exploit in a swift blitz, breaking Norville defense line apart for good. GOS to be cancelled. An EGP release issued on the 20th announced that the Glorious Speed GOS, Europa's top motor race, has been called off for the year. This marks the first such cancellation in the event's 24-year history, likely the result of difficulties in hosting an international race of the scale amid the worsening conflicts unfolding across the continent. The progress being made by automobile makers today is largely directed into military use, and more than a few manufacturers have spurred such public events for fear of trade and, by extension, government secrets being leaked, further informing the decision to call off the race. These explanations offer a little solace, though, to disappoint racers and their fans. Welcome back, everybody, to Valkyria Chronicles.
Come back.
Last time we got out of the woods and got everybody up to elite. Today the War Cemetery is actually back and open for business again, because now we're able to get 3 new orders. I'm going to go to R&D and training first, of course. Nothing for our galleon, but our mags have now been changed from the Mag M10, which is the upgrade firepower version, and the Maj Axe M1, which is the SAS effect version. Speaking of SAS ailments, this is something that we seen in the last episode. With rifles, SAS ailment is lower defenses. Our machine guns, the Maj in this case, decreases attack. Our sniper rifles decrease accuracy. So with each weapon on display, it actually shows that each one has a true specialty to each other, making a pseudo triangle. And depending on how you like to play, you can either debuff the opponent to such a horrible degree, because, you know, decreasing an enemy's accuracy to garbage makes them kind of useless, or decreasing their their defenses so they just crumple like paper, and lastly attack, making them like kittens. For our flame flails, on the other hand, have a decreased HP SAS ailment, which is in itself rather unique. By HP they're lowering, it's not damage, it's HP threshold. So you can easily whittle down an opponent's HP that way, so you can make bulky lancers much more pitiful and ready for the onslaught that's going to go against them. But at that point you're using... why are you using a flame flail when you could easily just shoot them in the head? I don't know, maybe there's a whole group of them. But, you know, you can always have that little bit of gusto to add into it. Rear magazine, and that's all. Yes, we're swimming in money, because I did a lot of grinding. And upgrades and all that don't come in a lot, thankfully, and that should be good.
You're better than...
Ah, that's good. That's real damn good.
Okay, you.
We have Caution. Caution is the precursor to a very good train special that scouts can get. This is integral for the chapter 10. I think it's 10A or 10B. Either way, this is integral to that whole mission. Period. An antidote cures all negative stats ailments. Good thing I touch upon it now. Okay then. Now let's check on our recruits.
Hello. Oh, and
Finally, new recruits. Nobody. Okay, Frieza. Yeah. I had the worst luck with characters. For some goddamn reason.
Hello again. I'll teach you.
There we go.
Potential today.
That's
Use it to call
golden.
forth the natural potential lying dormant inside an allied unit. Well,
One of the 3 that we can get at this point in time. So let's learn Awaken Potential.
very good. I hope.
Yes. So I'm just going to go to Squad Barracks to fix something up, and we'll continue on with the story. So, right before we head back to the story, we actually got clearance for our skirmish. So let's handle that, shall we? Head into normal, and we start the skirmish.
here is your.
Usual skirmish dialogue, but we're in Boreas Desert this time around. So we need Alyssa, Rosie, and Largo. As per usual, these are based on turn limit, so we can be as reckless as we want and as ballsy as we wish.
Let's drive these Imperials back out of Gallia. Squad 7, move out.
Alright, so what we want to do to get the A rank is first activate our orders and activate defense.
This is an order. Brace up and get ready to defend yourself.
Yep, first start. And then we're just going gunning with Alyssa. Reminder here. This is always do the newest skirmish that you actually unlock for the most amount of XP for your buck, essentially. So always be careful, as well as healing items are free, so you don't get demoted when you use one. Activate this. There we go. Head out to the next turn.
My turn, okay?
And keep on running.
Enemy sighted! Enemy sighted!
It's good to keep a good eye on where you are. All that, and don't go too close to tanks, or else the tank Gatling gun will actually start targeting you. That's not good, especially at this point in time when you don't have Alyssa's third potential out. So it's best to be a little careful. Next off, let's show off the Ragnizer M2. So where you're able to fire off grenades a lot farther now, and it's a lot more straight of a shot. The damage does not increase, but it's our more or less range with it.
My turn, okay?
Go back. We do not have 2 grenades from this. We only have 1 still, so keep that in mind if you want to save your grenade for something else. don't need to kill that shock trooper, but I like to because I don't like being filled with bullets.
Moving
Then
out.
we just head over to the flag. Simple as that. Nice, quick and easy. One of the easiest maps actually a rank in the game. So you have full on easy grinding. With that we get 2600, which is really good, and I'm pretty sure at this point in time is able to. That's cleared out for one level up, period. So you don't have to do this as much. So then, shall we actually get back to the story?
Welkin Gunther reporting, Captain.
Hey, Welkin.
You got called in too, Faldio?
I apologize for calling the two of you in on an off-duty day. Princess Cordelia has graciously extended banquet invitations to the three of us.
What? But why us?
It seems you two will be recognized for your successes at Vassal and more recent ops. The event will be held tomorrow at the castle.
Oh. I'm not really good with the formal stuff.
What are you, crazy? Do you have any clue how rare a chance to meet the princess is? They say that House Rangries, the Archdukes of Gallia, are descended from the Valkyria. If that's true, Princess Cordelia herself is a Valkyria, and we get an audience with her.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Just don't forget to wear dress uniforms, gentlemen. I'll meet you both at Castle Randgries tomorrow evening. You're dismissed until then.
Yeah. So much for my plans to go bird watching tomorrow.
I hope they don't mess this up.
Sorry to keep you, Captain.
Goodness, Welkin, I hardly recognized you.
Yes, Captain. Alicia helped me get ready this evening. She kept punching me when I told her she couldn't come with me. I'm still sore.
Well, consider it combat experience.
Wow, Welkin. No grass stains or anything.
Very funny, Faldio. Nice hat, by the way.
Yeah, I never did like the look of these ugly things. I've been boycotting them.
Hey, don't you all look nice?
Good evening, Miss Ellett. Here to cover the banquet tonight?
You know it. Apparently, an ambassador from the Federation's been invited to the party. I smell a plan to sign up an alliance between Gallia and the Federation at work here.
But Gallia's national policy has always been to shun alliances and remain neutral.
I figure it's mostly the idea of Prime Minister Borg, Princess Cordelia's regent. He's using her youth as carte blanche to do whatever he and the other nobles want. With all due respect, the princess isn't much more than a mouthpiece for his policies now.
Ugh. We're about to attend a banquet, and now I've gone and lost my appetite.
It's about time to enter. Let's go.
Your Highness, thank you for your presence on this occasion. Might you grace this assemblage with a word?
Honored ladies and gentlemen, if I may, I appear before you today at the peak of joy. For now, two great powers join together. Gallia and the Federation pledge their allegiance as we seek to build together an eternal peace for Europa.
Know this. The honor of dear Gallia, in fact her very freedom, is currently under attack and hangs by the thinnest thread you can imagine. But, while Princess Cordelia remains on the throne, she who is the scion of the Valkyria's ancient blood promise, No force on this earth will ever see this nation defeated. Is that not so, Princess?
Yes. I draw strength from the Valkyrian bloodline, and my heart is a repository of justice.
I am nearly at a loss for words. The privilege of brokering peace with you, Your Highness, has been the greatest honor of my life, and I thank you for it. With bountiful stores of Ragnite, and your strategic position between East and West, you've become the foundation of Europa. In this time of peril, the Foundation is grateful, and happily joins hands in crushing the Imperial threat before us.
They just want to be sure they're the ones who control us when this is over. Make no mistake, the Federation would conquer Europa the same as the Empire. This is stupid.
It is hard to accept what he's saying.
As long as we fight as one, the Empire's forces will never be a danger.
We shall topple the Empire and rid the world of their threat. And then we shall unify Europa and govern under our great banners.
All of Europa. Well, there's something we haven't heard before.
We're not fighting this war so we can invade another country. Absolutely. All we want is to keep our homes and our families safe.
Now, my friend, let us put an end to all these formalities and raise a glass to honor this historic alliance.
Yes, a toast to the shining future that awaits. Cheers!
Cheers!
Where are you going? I've got a bad taste in my mouth. This is garbage. I'm out of here. I'm going home, Welkin. See ya. Faldio? I'm glad that's over.
We should be heading back soon. I believe the exit was this way. Oh!
Princess Cordelia!
I'm so terribly sorry. Are you all right, Your Highness?
I am unharmed.
I cannot begin to apologize. Please forgive my clumsiness.
Do not trouble yourself. I bid you a safe return and a good night.
Your Highness, are you really in support of an alliance with the Federation?
Lieutenant Gunther, have you lost your mind?
Please forgive me. I'm aware that what I'm saying may be out of line. But seeing you tonight, I got the feeling that your opinion is being ignored.
I am still young. All political matters are handled by my regent, Borg. The protection of Gallia and of the Valkyrian bloodline is my fated onus. Their protection does not require my personal feelings. I need only live by the laws set forth by those who come before me. I bid you once more, good night.
Your Highness.
Do you copy? It's me. The Mark is alone. Now is our chance. You know the plan. Have the armored car on standby. Once I have the Mark, I'll be there.
Well, I'll leave you here. Good night, Welkin.
Good night, Captain.
Wait! Hold it, Verrat! Verrat! Terrible news!
General Damon, what's the problem?
Princess Cordelia's been kidnapped!
Kidnapped? It can't be.
Yes, it was that Federation ambassador. He was a spy all along.
So the Federation takes her under their protection, and Gallia along with her. Typical, considering the sorts of backroom dealings and extortion they've used till now.
So get on it! Farrat, you've got to get her back!
Understood. Lieutenant, gather your squad immediately.
Yes, Captain.
Hey, Casey, what is that thing?
It's an airplane. The first test flight succeeded during EW1. Now research is going on all over the world.
Whoa, so this is what one of those things looks like. Man, I want up in one.
Oh, hello, Leon. Kreese.
Hey, Sarah, you got the day off. What are you hanging around here for?
Wait, let me guess. Are you building this airplane, Isara?
Yes, there's still a ways to go before it's complete, but the basic construction is done.
Leave it to you, Isara. You learned all this on your own?
I'm working from documents my father collected before his death.
That's amazing. I'm so impressed.
So where are you flying to once it's all done? Going on a Trans-Gallian tour, maybe?
First, I'd like to take my brother up in it. Once, when we were young, he and I were out birdwatching when he mentioned it. That he wished he could fly like they did. That's my goal. I've been pursuing this project bit by bit in my free time.
Oh, that's real sweet.
Isara, can I ask you a favor? Please, let me help you build your airplane.
What?
I want to become an engineer of your caliber someday, Isara. I feel like watching you work would help me learn a great deal. Please, Isara.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hey, then can I help out too? Come on.
You don't mind?
Course not. I may not look bright, but I've been working my butt off in R&D for a while.
Of course. Well, thank you both.
All right!
That's the emergency siren.
What's happening at this hour?
Let's ready the Edelweiss. I'm sure that whatever it is, it's urgent.
Absolutely. I'll help you prep it.
Yeah. Alright. So then. Let me prep up some things, and we'll start up on the kidnapping of Cordelia.
We have an emergency on our hands. Princess Cordelia has been kidnapped by Federation operatives.
The armored vehicle carrying the princess's head for the port at the southern end of the combat area. Spread your soldiers and stop that vehicle. Spread. Your objective is to disable the vehicle's engine and rescue Princess Cordelia. Use rifles and machine guns to strike the vehicle's weak point and bring it to a stop. Explosive weapons like tank cannons, lances, and grenades are off limits. The risk to the princess is too great. Letting the car reach either of these 2 points will mean allowing their escape. We cannot let that happen. We also got word that Federation Special Forces have been sighted in the area. They'll be protecting the vehicle. They may be wearing Gallian uniforms, but they're real feds. Don't think twice about pulling those triggers. It's a dark night out there. You won't be able to get a visual on enemies past a certain distance. Stay sharp. Yeah, we can't perform. Oh, what's right word? Regicide? I think regicide would be the right word. So we're going to drop Wargo and surprisingly Alicia down here, and up here we're going to send in Rosie. Yep, Rosie gets the spotlight once more. So I'll give you a lowdown on what's happening on the field once we get there.
Your mission is to rescue Her Highness unharmed. Failure isn't an option on this one, soldiers.
They can't get to the harbor. We stop them here. Squad 7, move out.
To the harbor, full steam. The ship's waiting there to take us out of Gallia. Apologies for the cramped quarters, Your Highness. We'll have you comfortable soon.
Lieutenant, it's likely the ambassador has the princess with him inside that armored vehicle. Use firearms to stop it with minimal force, then recover the princess. Don't lose them. Tank shells, anti-tank lances, and grenades are off limits. You could harm the princess.
Understood, Captain.
Welks, even if we can't attack with it, the Edelweiss can still block their path. Yeah, on a narrow road like this, there's no room to slip past a tank in your way.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get the princess back safe.
So this mission doesn't have long for the world, in all honesty. Like Virat said, there are feds, and they're dressed up like our guys, so don't really acknowledge them. So, and we can't use rockets or any explosives on the vehicle itself because it would cause a big boom, and we don't want to lose our princess. So those are best bet the feds that Virat was talking about. I should end here. And that's the...
Let's do this.
It's an APC if I remember correctly. And I decided to put on the Z-Mag here. And I am going to shoot right in here. Yep, this is the weak point. We have a lot of ammunition. That does a lot of damage, but not enough to send a message.
Target armored cars sighted.
Yes, Rosie. Thank you for that. So, how do we correct this? Well, we need to call an order. A very special order. The one that we haven't used in the last few episodes. Demolition. And give it straight to Rosie.
This is an order.
How about we get that damage
Top priority.
a 2 times boost? Because yeah, we can do that. We can do a lot of damage. And since we're in its glorified blind spot, and we're still up close, we're not even going to miss a single fucking round. Boom. And like that, the simplest mission is taken down with ease.
Operation complete. Let's get Her Highness out of there.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding, that's the easiest mission in the game. Because when you know what to do and how amazing Rosie is, you're able to make a lot of headway. You're able to make a lot of headway when you understand how each unit works.
Your Highness, are you all right?
I am unharmed.
Oh, good.
Being princess ain't all fancy dinners, huh? Gotta be hard carrying a whole country.
Can it, Rosie? That's the Princess of Gallia you're talking to.
No, it's quite all right. She speaks the truth. As scion of the Valkyria, it is my fate to live and die for Gallia's well-being.
Are you sure that isn't just your excuse, Your Highness?
What?
If you label the status quo fate, you can run from the responsibility of changing it.
You too, Welkin. Have a little respect here.
Every living thing in this world struggles to live and pass life on to a new generation. They use all the instincts and animal wisdom they can just to live that one day longer. That powerful animal will to live is... I think it's a beautiful part of nature. Your Highness may be descended from Valkyria, and that may carry a burden. The old ways and traditions you follow may be important to uphold. But I hope that you won't throw away the will to live your own life because of them.
That's enough, Welkin. Give it a rest.
Perhaps it is as you say, and I have been running from responsibility unknowingly. It is indeed mine to consider my life's role within the Valkyrian bloodline.
Your Highness.
I am most envious of your ability to speak your mind so frankly. But time enough remains to consider my role by my own will. Thank you for your words, Lieutenant.
Not at all.
Wow! Even a princess's gut'll wake up and say hi when it's empty.
I am.
Rumbling bellies are a clever bit of animal wisdom all humans share. Alicia, have we got anything to eat?
You bet. I brought some of the cinnamon rolls I baked this morning. Here you are, Your Highness. Thank you kindly. I have not had such bread before, but it is quite agreeable. I'm glad.
All right, let's get Her Highness back to the capital.
And so Princess Cordelia returned, safe through the efforts of Militia Squad 7. Its leader, Welkin Gunther, was celebrated as rescuer to the nation's sovereign and awarded the prestigious Gallian Medal of Honor.
Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, step forward.
Sir!
For excellence in valor and deed, you are hereby awarded this honor. Your Highness, please bestow the medal upon the young lieutenant.
Gladly. Congratulations, Lieutenant Gunther.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Though I have yet to reach an answer, your question drives me still. To understand my responsibility as sovereign and as a single human life.
Your Highness.
Oh, and know that one tradition already lies sundered by my will. I had the cooks add cinnamon rolls to my daily breakfast.
Alicia will be happy to hear it.
Lieutenant Gunther, you forget yourself.
Sir, my apologies.
With this, today's ceremonies are ended. Highness, would you grace us with a word?
Lieutenant Gunther, I hope your allegiance to Gallia stands firm evermore.
Yes, Princess.
Lieutenant Gunther, I am sorry. There is something more I have not told you. Please, be safe.
Welkin, I'm coming in.
Sure, it's open.
Ooh, is that it? Not bad, man. You sure made a name for yourself this time.
It was pure luck I was there.
So have you seen the headlines? The ones that say nothing about the kidnapping? That reporter tells me Borg's the one pressuring the media into suppressing it.
But why suppress it?
If word got out about what happened, Gallia's relationship with the Federation would suffer. We've got our hands full fending off the Empire. We can't afford a war on two fronts. So he has the whole thing covered up. I'll bet he goes on acting like it never happened.
Wow.
Welkin, this hurts. It's painfully obvious how shaky Gallia's standing is. I know the world's history is an endless chain of big fish eating little fish. Both of us know the weak bow to the strong. It's history and it's nature. A minor nation like ours is an easy mark, even before you had the rift within our army. Welkin, no offense, but I hope nature's wrong this time.
I don't know what to tell you, Faldio.
Chapter 10. Liberation of Thousand.
Oh boy, decorations. Well, about decorations. Meeting certain conditions as you proceed through the game may earn you decorations. You can view any rewards you've earned in the Decoration tab. Press the triangle button and choose a Decorations tab to view the list of awards, or after meeting a set condition. You can go to the Audience Hall via the Headquarters tab, where Princess Cordelia will present them to you in person. Audience Hall, Personal tab, Glossary. Cordelia waits you in the hall. Okay. So we'll handle declarations in the next episode, next chapter. Because even though this mission wasn't that long for us, it was longer on my end in all honesty. So I'll see you all next time for Chapter 10, Liberation of Forzen.